What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. And I know I'm having a great day because I found this article about Kanye West saying what he's gonna do as president. And trust me when I say this, this actually might be a better mixtape than every album he's ever made because it is the type of entertaining content that 2020 has needed, alright? We've had nothing good. All we've had is coronavirus, you know, we've had quarantine, all these horrible things going on. George Floyd's situation was horrible, but Kanye West is coming back in, bringing the heat, making sure that everybody's gonna laugh because apparently the government's gonna inject us with microchips that are gonna not let us into heaven. I'm not making that up. That's legitimately what he's saying. So yeah, today we're gonna be talking about Kanye West's interview, talking about politics, and trust me, not politics in the way you're thinking. Nothing that's gonna get offensive unless you find vaccines offensive. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So, Kanye West announced that he's running for president in 2020. It's a little bit too late to get on the ballot in a couple states, but regardless, Forbes decided to give him an interview so he could, like, talk about a lot of his, political beliefs. And I'm not gonna lie, most of the article was, like, relatively coherent, you know? It was somebody who seems like they at least have some understanding of politics, and then, like, halfway through the interview, everything takes a sudden turn for the craziness when this question gets asked. When asked about the coronavirus cure, Kanye West says that we need to pray for the freedom. It's all about God. We need to stop doing things that make God mad. And you know, like, listen, if you're religious, that's cool and all, but I'm saying for the coronavirus cure, I would much rather hear that, you know, we gotta, like, listen to scientists and get a vaccine going because, I don't know. I feel like the fact that there's 100,000 people getting it every day means that the whole prayer thing might not be working too well. And I'm not saying that, like, religion isn't important, okay? I'm not gonna say that at all, but I'm just saying, Kanye, if you want to be the president, maybe saying that you're gonna end the global pandemic by, like, just believing that it'll end and stop making God mad is not the best idea. I also love how he's like, yo, we just gotta stop making God mad. What did we do to deserve the coronavirus, man? Was it because of TikTok? I feel like it was because of TikTok. He's like, how many times have I told you not to let the Chinese spy on you? Here's the coronavirus. That's the only thing I could think of that could possibly make him mad enough to just sling the coronavirus at us like we're a bunch of Subway sandwich chickens. And then right after, the interviewer's like, all right, Mr. Professor Kanye, what do you think about vaccines? And here's where things just go really off the rails. Like, trust me, this is when I had to just blink and make sure I was reading right. It's so many of the children that are being vaccinated and paralyzed. So when they say we're going to fix COVID with a vaccine, I'm extremely cautious. That's the mark of the beast. They want to put chips inside us. They want to do all things to us to make it where we can't cross the gates of heaven. I'm sorry. When they say the humans that have the devil inside them, and the saddest thing is that we all won't make it to heaven. There will be some of us that do not make it. Next question. So according to Kanye, my options are like polio and coronavirus or like going to heaven, dude. Can't we do both? Like, come on, man. I'm pretty sure he's gonna make an exception if I get to the gates of heaven. He's not gonna be like, listen, man, I would let you in, but you didn't want to become paralyzed as a child, so... Plus, like, what about babies getting vaccines, man? Like, what they don't really have a choice, dude. Not to mention, I feel like it's very dangerous for the president to get out there and be like, don't get vaccines, you know? Like, I'm just saying, I feel like that's a big negative. Is Kanye West almost becoming Karen West? Because that's some Karen-ish behavior to be out there talking about how it's a bad idea to get vaccinated. I'm just saying, man, like... Probably not the best idea ever. I also love how he just starts randomly going on a tangent about how, like, they're gonna inject us with microchips and then blazes over that and skips to how we're not gonna get into heaven. Like, please go back. I would love to hear more about these microchips. That sounds pretty high tech, you know? Can I get, like, a Wi-Fi router injected in my elbow so I always have zero ping? Like... Come on, if we're gonna start injecting microchips into people, let's go full blown. Let me start unlocking my house with that hoe. I don't want to just, like, be tracked by the government for COVID. Come on. Real honestly though, this is kind of out there, dude. Like, trying to say that nobody should get vaccinated because the government is secretly gonna implant microchips inside of you is a pretty crazy thing to say. Not to mention, Kanye, if you're the president, right? Like, let's say hypothetically you win the presidency. Couldn't you just make sure that the vaccine didn't have microchips, huh? I mean, obviously, I don't think vaccines have microchips, but... Playing in the Kanye West world here, he could theoretically be the first president to not put microchips in vaccines and then save everyone's life and go down as history as Mr. Professor Dr. Kanye West. But my real question is, if vaccines make it so you can't get into heaven, right? Does that mean like everybody in heaven just like had polio? You know, is heaven just full of people with wheelchairs, like tuberculosis and preventable diseases only? You get in there, he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What is this? You didn't get polio? Nah, I'm sorry. I don't care how many homeless men you fed pasta. You're not getting in here. Kanye West told you not to get that microchip. Now, I am gonna warn all of you right now. If you thought that microchip vaccines was a crazy opinion, if you were like, wow, that's probably the craziest thing that Kanye West says in this interview, trust me, you're wrong. Like, what I'm about to say is gonna be surprising to probably a lot of you, because like when I read it, I didn't even understand. I had to reread it a couple times just to understand, because he changed the topic so hard so many times. On the Wakanda management model, a lot of Africans do not like the movie Black Panther and the representation of themselves in Wakanda, but I'm gonna use the framework of Wakanda right now because it's the best explanation of what our design group is going to feel like in the White House. The positive idea: you got Kanye West, one of the most powerful humans. I'm not saying the most, because you got a lot of alien level superpowers. It's only collectively that we can set it free. So unless I'm understanding this wrong, what Kanye West just said is that he's going to use the model of Wakanda, the non-existent place from a comic book movie, to build the White House. And like, you know what? Fair enough. I guess that's fair. Like, Wakanda was pretty forward thinking in some regards, right? But like, then out of nowhere, he's just like, oh, by the way, I'm really powerful, one of the most powerful human beings, and we can get superpowers if we all just collectively use our consciousness to unlock superpowers. I'm gonna read this one more time, just to make sure it's that clear, all right? So basically, Kanye West is one of the most powerful humans. I'm not saying the most, because you got a lot of alien level superpowers, and it's only collectively that we can set it free. So what, if we just like all do yoga at noon tomorrow, all of a sudden I'm gonna become an X-Man? Like, what do you mean, dude? You think that we have superpowers inside of us that we can all unlock if we just, you know, just think about it really hard? Like, what? Microchip vaccines, dude. Apparently the X-Men are gonna be reality in a Kanye West presidency. I don't know what to say. The anti-vax stuff is crazy, but I will say, superpowers might be worth it. Does Kanye West know that the Avengers movies were not documentaries? I'm just saying. He's like, yeah, we're gonna take the Wakanda model and unlock all of our superpowers. Like, this dude might honestly think that he is one of the Avengers. He had a really vivid dream one night, and now he's just convinced that him and Tony Stark actually met one time. In Kanye West world, dude, there's evil scientists injecting everybody with microchips instead of vaccines. Wakanda is the way we're gonna use our country, and on top of that, we're all of a sudden gonna get superpowers. I'm pretty sure Kanye West thinks he's living in an Avengers movie, but the quote doesn't end there. Let's get back to Wakanda. Like in the movie, when the king went to visit the lead scientist to have the shoes wrap around her shoes. Just the amount of innovation that can happen. The amount of innovation in medicine, like Big Pharma. We are going to work and innovate together. That's right. Remember in the Black Panther movie when they literally saved somebody who got shot with their medicine? Like, that was cool and all, but Kanye West remembers the one part where the guy went to get the really technologically advanced shoes. Really? Like the entire Black Panther movie, dude, they have flying cars that can turn invisible, man. They have like the most advanced medicine ever seen. They have a material that literally like glows and has superpowers. And Kanye West is like, listen, once we become Wakanda, we really need to get those cool shoes. The next Yeezys are gonna be sick. Yeah, you know how it is, man. The presidential Yeezys are gonna be dropping. Be sure to try to get them. They're gonna sell out pretty dang quickly. I'm sure he's gonna make it like a countrywide mandate that you have to wear Yeezys at all times while dancing to the national anthem. We're gonna see like military issued Yeezys. Everybody in Afghanistan is gonna be dripping on them with like the new Kanye West collection. All the new military fatigues are gonna have like a bunch of holes in them, and he's gonna be like, listen, it's fashion, all right? Don't question it. This is not going to be some Nipsey Hussle being murdered. They're doing a documentary. We have so many soldiers that die for our freedom of information, that there is a cure for AIDS out there. There is going to be a mixed bag of pharma and holistic. Yeah, you guys heard that. This isn't Nipsey Hussle. There's a cure for AIDS out there. Like, what does Nipsey Hussle have to do with any of this? Why are you saying that this isn't gonna be Nipsey Hussle? He was doing a bunch for the community. Like, what? What do you mean there's a cure for AIDS out there? How is any of this related at all? And what does Nipsey Hussle and AIDS have to do with Wakanda and shoes? Like, I just have so many questions on how all of this is connected. It's probably like a complex string of webs. You know the crazy person in the movie who's like the conspiracy theorist, and they have that one board with all the strings around just like linking random pictures together? That's Kanye West. Like, in the middle of it is just this big picture of Nipsey Hussle, and then it's like the cure for AIDS and microchip vaccines and like the shoes from Wakanda. It's just the most confusing mess ever, but it makes sense to him. Whatever's going on, it's pretty obvious to me that Kanye West needs some help. Kim Kardashian doesn't seem to be doing too much. She's like retweeting all of his tweets about him running for president, and after this interview, I'm pretty sure it's clear that like there's got to be something going on, because these opinions aren't even beginning to be logical in any way, shape, or form. Like, trying to say that, you know, microchips and vaccines are going there, and that's why we have to like get the cure for AIDS out there with the Wakanda model. It's just not even coherent. So hopefully he gets some help soon, because it's pretty obvious to me that something's going crazy. But yeah, on that note, guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. That's kind of like a weird thing to say for this video, but I don't know how else to end it. So yeah, if you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about Kanye West becoming an anti-vaxxer. You know, it's kind of out there. If you really enjoy the video, and if you're new, subscribe and turn on notifications. I upload videos like this pretty dang often, and I give a shout out to people who do. Today's notification shout out goes to Toucan Sam. Big thank you for having on notifications. I genuinely appreciate it. And yeah, on that note, guys, be sure to use code Scrubby at the G Fuel checkout for a discount, and get yourself some of the OG Sub Club merch. And on that note, have yourselves an absolutely incredible day. I'm gonna go do more research and try to find out if I can get a microchip injected inside of me that will allow me to play anime theme songs while I'm running, just to make myself move a little bit quicker. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot, and hopefully I will see you guys in like a couple hours with another video. And yeah, I'm out. Peace. Blah, 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 blah.